Welcome back to the MORFIT Live workout videos. Thanks for joining me. I'm just getting set up here. If you want to get set up at home, you have the option of using some mini bands today. So if you have some, great. If not, no problem. You can still do all the exercises without them. If you have a couple light dumbbells, grab those. If not, find something that maybe weighs around 5 pounds to 10 pounds or so. Grab some food, grab your cat, anything that you can grab in both hands. And again, if you don't have anything like that, no problem. You can still make it work, just body weight based. Hopefully our timer works today. Alright, we're going to start with just a bit of a warm-up for about 5 minutes, and then we'll get the timer going. I'll explain the workout format, and then we will have at it. The workout today is approximately, again, about that 30-35 minute range. And then after that, we're going to do a little bit of kettlebell work. So if you do have some kettlebells at home, grab a couple lighter kettlebells. We'll go through a couple flows at the end of this body weight workout. So let's just start it first. Just kind of shake the legs and arms out. Have a little bit of space around you. We're going to be doing some lunging and some floor work. So to get started by taking a lunge forward with your left foot. Big step forward. We're going to drop right down to the floor. Squeeze the glutes, push your hips forward. We're going to hold each of these positions for about 5-10 seconds, not very long. We're going to step up. Grabbing your right knee, you're going to pull it up to the chest as high as you can, fully extending out your left leg. You do some ankle circles here. If your balance is not the best, feel free to hold on to a wall or a friend. Not a friend, that'll be within 2 meters. Grab a wall. Holding onto the right ankle, we're going to pull the leg behind us, getting into a nice quad stretch. If this is a good enough challenge, keep it there. Otherwise, you can try to hinge forward at the hips, getting a little bit more work through the left leg. Come back up, put that foot down. We're going to lunge back with the left leg. Same thing on the opposite side. Drive the hips forward, squeezing your glutes, getting a nice stretch to the front of your left hip flexor. We're not holding very long. Step up, grab a hold of the left knee, and pull it up to the chest. Nice and high. Nice ankle circles here. Just warming up all our joints before we start getting the heart rate going. Grab a hold of the left ankle, pull it back, looking to stretch our left quad. If you squeeze your left glute and push your pelvis forward, that will give you a nice stretch through the quadriceps. Optional hinge. Try it out if you so desire. And back up. We're going to repeat that one more time. Right leg back. Hip flexor stretch on the right side. Stand up, grab the right knee, pull it up to the chest. See if you get a little bit higher this time. And grab the right ankle. Pull the leg back. Optional hinge. Always nice to throw a little balance work into the workout. All right, place that foot down. Step back with the left. Nice deep lunge. Welcome to all the new viewers. We're going to be doing one of these videos every day as long as we are in the shutdown. So please join us, tell your friends. If you're joining us 2 days or maybe a third day in a row for you, just listen to your body. If you're a little sore from the previous workouts, take it easy. Go at your own pace. All right, both feet down on the floor. We're going to drop down into a squat. As low as you're comfortable going. Knees out wide, heels down, chest up tall. Elbows go inside the knees. Draw the knees out. We're going to take our left hand and reach up to the ceiling. Twisting as far as you're comfortable going. Draw that hand down, other side. Right hand reaches up to the ceiling. We'll be doing 2 more on each side. Switch again. Everything is about 5-second holds. Switch up. Back to the first side. Last time. And switch again. From here we have a few options. I'm going to show the more challenging option first, because from this position, I'm going to kick out one leg, holding the ankle, or keep it up. You can put your hands down if you need. If that's too much pressure on your leg, just have a sit. Both legs in front, and lift one leg up to the sky. We're trying to keep the chest tall here, and the leg nice and long. Switch legs. If you're finishing from the pistol, just bring that foot in, switch off to the other side. It's a challenging one. Switch back. Same thing, we're doing 3 per side. If you can't hold the leg up yourself, grab a hold of the ankle or the knee, whatever you can to help you get the foot off the ground. Switch up. And again, the alternative on the floor. We want that knee nice and straight though. Try not to have the knee bent. You won't really get much out of it if the knee is bent. Back to the first side. Last time. And switch. All right. From here, we are going to go into crab extensions. Both hands on the floor behind you, feet flat on the ground. Again, I'll show an alternative if this is a little too challenging. I'm going to show it sideways for you. We're going to drive the hips up, head goes back. My arms or hands are planted underneath the shoulders. After about a 3 to 5 second hold, I'm going to reset and repeat. If that's too challenging on your shoulders, no problem. Just come on down and go through your hip drives. Either one. You've got about 10 more seconds on these. Let the head go back. Get the hips nice and high. Last one. All right. Come on up. Let's get into some arm circles. Nice and big. Keep the breath coming in. Fill the lungs. You are going to need that nice oxygen transfer for this workout. Switch directions. All right, and we're just going to release the upper traps a little bit. Try to release any tension we might have in our neck. So I'm going to drop my right ear to my right shoulder, and I'm going to reach my left arm as far away from my body as I can. Try not to lean your torso. Keep the torso upright. Bring that hand back in, we're going to go to the other side. Left ear to the left shoulder, reach the right arm out to the side. Back to the first side, turn your palm up as you reach this time. Just get a nice stretch through the outside of the left neck here. And first side again. Sorry, second side again. All right, last one on our warm-up. Just interlace your fingers together and do some nice wrist circles or wrist rolls. Change directions, change size of the circles. Just mobilize the wrist a little bit. All right, that's our 5-minute warm-up. Grab some water if you need. Have your equipment handy. Again, bands, light weights, dumbbells, just like 5, 8, 10 pounds would be more than sufficient. And if you have no equipment, just trust in your body. It will be all you need for the workout. So our format today, we're going to start with 45 seconds of cardio. I'm hoping my timer works for me today. Yesterday was kind of going a little rogue. We'll see how it holds up. So 45 seconds cardio. Every time we come back to the cardio, you will have a choice between which one you do. I'm going to show them all really quickly right before we start, so you can choose right off the bat. From the 45 cardio, we're going to go into 2 exercises. And we're going to go back and forth 3 times. The first round is 30 seconds of each. The second round is also 30 seconds of each. The third round is 1 full minute of each. So the last round is going to be the hardest. And then we're going to go back to 45 seconds of cardio. We will have some rest in between there, don't worry. And then back to 45 cardio, and then 2 more exercises. We got 5 full rounds of that. That should be about 30-35 minutes. All right, so here are your options for cardio. If you have a skipping rope, beautiful. Take it out, and you can skip away for 45 seconds. Second option is mountain climbers. Hands into the shoulders, and climbing your legs out at whatever speed you're comfortable. Third option is burpees, hands down. Kick out, jump in, and jump up. Fourth option is skaters. So getting nice and low, I'm gonna jump to the side, and then jump back. You can either work on those for speed or distance, or just to stand up and not fall over. You choose your intensity. And our last one will be called a twist hop. So I'm going to jump both feet to one direction, but I keep my chest pointing forward towards the screen. And then I jump and twist the opposite side. That's probably one of their best dance moves at the club, but you can take it into your workout today. So those are your options for cardio. We're going to get started right away here. 45 seconds of work. You choose which cardio you're doing. All right, I'm trusting in the timer today. Here we go, guys. Have a great workout and start it out. Skipping is option 1. Mountain climbers is option 2. Burpees. Option 3. Skaters. Option 4. And twist hops. It's option 5. You choose your variation. Forgot to mention that we also have 10 seconds of rest in between each exercise. Yesterday was a little cruel. There was no rest in between exercises. Feeling a little bit nicer today for you guys. And if you want to make up your own cardio, by all means, make it yours. All right, guys, here we go. In 5 seconds, we're going to go into a lateral lunge. And so we're going to step to the side, hips travel over, bring your feet together, and then off to the other side. Together, over. Keep the chest up tall. Keep both toes pointing forward. We want to get a nice long straight leg trailing behind us. So you'll get a nice stretch in the inner thigh. And we're just going back and forth. All right, 10 seconds. Grab your band. Place it around your wrists. And we're going to pull the band apart. Bring the arms straight up overhead. I'm just crouching down, so I'm in the camera here. And then back down to the waist. And we're just going to repeat that for 30 seconds. We always want tension on the band. If you don't have your band, no problem. Just pretend you got one. Move your arms nice and straight. We want the elbows as extended as possible. And back down. Keep the spine tall. So we don't want to be leaning back on that one. All right, we're back to the lateral lunge. Here we go, lateral lunge again. If you can get a little bit lower this round, now that you're a bit more warmed up and familiar with the exercise, then by all means try a little bit more depth. Our first round is a continuation of our warm-up. Nothing too intense on round 1. Get that nice stretch coming through the straight leg. And really get the hips over top of the foot. All right? 5 seconds, we're back to the pull aparts. Band around the wrists. Create the tension between the arms. And raise as high as you can without letting the elbows bend. and without leaning backward. We don't want to lean back on this. Stay nice and tall. For the third round of the lunges, I'm going to throw a little challenge at you. You're going to keep the band on the wrists if you have your band with you for the third round. And as we do our lunges, we're just going to do chops, alternating side to side. So here we go. Lateral lunge to the left, left arm goes up. Come together, switch legs, switch arms. If you don't like that, or if that's a little too much for your brain to think about on a Monday evening, then just get rid of the band. Just a little extra work for the shoulders. Really pushing down on the band as well as up on the opposite hand. This is a full minute. I hope. If our timer's working out, there should be about 30 seconds or just less under the clock. Doing great, everybody. Keep the arms working. It's going to be tough to go back to the pull-aparts after this. So if you need a rest, just take a break at any point today. And then join back in when you can. All right, that's a minute. 10-second rest. And we're back to the pull-apart raises. Okay, 1 minute here. If you want to challenge yourself on these, feel free to throw a squat in as you bring the arms overhead. Or keep the squat out, it's up to you. Woo. It's a lot on the shoulders already. At the end of this minute, that's the end of the round. We get 45-second rest before we start round 2. Nice strong tension on the band. Shoulders should be burning nicely by now. Keep it going. We're getting close. 10 seconds. It's great to be here with you guys. That's it. All right. Take 45-second break. I guess it's 55-second break. You get that extra 10 seconds at the end of the exercise. 55. So the next round is the same format. 45 seconds cardio, 2 exercises, 30, 30, 1 minute. The cardio is up to you. Skip, mountain climb, burpee, skaters, twist hops. Your call. We start in 20 seconds. I'm going to grab my rope this time. I'll be back. All right, my friends. Let's get going. 45 seconds of cardio. If you don't have a rope, you don't need one. You can also do those mountain climbers, burpees, skater jumps, or twist hops. It's been a while since I've skipped a rope. If anybody out there wants just a skipping class at some point on their home quarantine, let me know. Maybe we'll do a live skipping rope class. Skip rope is one of those pieces of equipment most people can fit in their home. It's a great way to get the legs working, arms working, and cardio, of course. All right, first exercise of round 2 is a runner lunge. I think Tom did this 2 days ago. So step back with your right leg, stand and bring your knee up. Back with the right leg, and here we go. We're going to keep working the same side for the full round. If you find these easy, then add the jump at the top. Don't worry, you got 2 more rounds to add the jump in if you want. All right. Second exercise is push-ups. Let's get down. Push-ups can be from the knees or from the feet. Your choice. And if you got bad shoulder or you're too tired, then hold your plank until the end of the round. All right, we're gonna switch legs this time for the runner lunge. So instead of right leg back, left leg's going back. Here we go, left leg back, left leg up. Don't worry if you don't really know what to do with the arms. Some people might do this sort of thing. Some people might have that awkward arms by the side when you walk position. That's totally fine. What matters is what the legs are doing. If you want to have the jump, you can challenge yourself there. There's still a lot of work to go. Okay, that was a fast 30. We're back to push-ups. 30 seconds. Here we go. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try some narrow push-ups. Hands shoulder width apart. Elbows go straight back. All right, we have a full minute of runner lunge, but we do have two sides. So we're going to do 30 right, 30 left. I'll let you know when to switch legs. The jump is optional. Whatever gives you a good amount of work. 5 seconds. And switch legs. Keep the jumps up if you can. Nice and tall at the top, get that knee up. And try to get as close to the floor as you can at the bottom. 5 seconds. All right, we have 1 minute of push-ups. That's a lot of push-ups. Take your breaks when you need them. Here we go, we get a break after this. We want to keep the core nice and strong on the push-ups. Don't let the hips drop. Don't push the chin to the floor. Nice straight body. If your wrists get sore, just come on down to the forearms. Hold your plank. Nice work, everybody. 55-second rest. 2 rounds down, 3 to go. Our next round starts with 45 cardio. What have I not done yet? I'm gonna do I'll do the twist hops next round. Because that's probably a new exercise for a lot of you. We'll start in 30 seconds. The next round of exercises, we have split jumps. Very similar to what we just did, but we're going back and forth, alternating. And that's going to be paired with arm circles, which are weights Just small circles at the side. All right, cardio here. We're on. 3, 2, 1. And I'm gonna twist hop. If you got music playing at home, you can try to find the beat. If you're listening to our music, and you can try to keep rhythm with me. If you have a low back issue, like lumbar disc issue, maybe don't choose this option because of the twisting and the impact at the same time. If you don't have that, then it's really nice to introduce rotation movements to your spine. Your intervertebral discs will thank you. All right, that's 45. Split jumps are next. Alternating sides. If you can't jump, no problem. Then just do step backs, alternating sides. If you haven't noticed, we have a bit of a unilateral or a lunge theme today for the lower body. Lots of lunge-based movements. Coming from the side, we want to get close to these 90-degree angles in the legs. So try not to be long leg out back. All right, grab your weights or your soup cans or your cat. Straight out to the side and just nice small circles. If you have a mirror handy, take a look at the mirror. We want those dumbbells and elbows to be about shoulder height. This is where your arms want to be. This is where I want you to be. Keep breathing. Keep circling. On the next round, we'll change directions. All right, 30 seconds of split jumps again. If you want to challenge yourself, prisoner split jumps, hands on the head. Here we go. Why does that make it harder? Well, there's a little bit of extra balance, but you can't use your arms to propel your body in the air anymore. So your legs get to do all the work. It gets tiring, just lunge it out for a bit. All right, that's 30. Grab your weights, we're gonna go in the opposite direction. So we're doing backward circles. It's like the most inefficient backstroke ever. The Canadian Olympic teams announced they're not going to be competing in the upcoming Olympics. So here's a good one for some of the swimmers to do at home. Beautiful. All right, 60-second round. That's a lot of split jumps. Take your time on them. If there's any knee pain, then just try the lunge. If there's still knee pain, and just go to squats. Squats and lunges work the same muscle groups for the most part, so they're a great alternative if you find lunging does not agree with your body. My quads are still tired from yesterday, which is no excuse. I just find this a tough workout. Usually the instructor is the one who knows the time, and the participants are learning how much time is left. Not this time around. Can't see the timer. So I'm hoping you guys will let me know. That's a minute, grab your weights. We'll do 30 seconds one way, 30 seconds the other way. I know I won't last the full 60. So at some point, I'm just going to drop my dumbbells and do this with my arms. Try to catch your breath here. This is our last minute before rest. We are well over halfway through the workout. Switch directions. It's a little early. That's halfway. Once your muscles are tired, even doing this without weights is very challenging. 15 seconds to go. In 10 seconds, you're gonna get some water and prepare for round 4. All right, grab some water. We start again in 45. What do we got? So next round, again, you choose your cardio. Last time I did twist tops. This time I think I'm gonna do mountain climbers. I'm gonna get down on the ground for the next round. Our exercises for the next round, we have an offset squat. So I'm gonna stand with my feet hip width apart. I'm gonna shift all my weight onto my right foot. My left toe is just touching behind me for balance. And then I'm gonna squat, keeping most of my weight on the one leg. All right, cardio first. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If you're doing mountain climbers with me, try not to be behind the hands like this. Get your shoulders over top of the hands. You can walk it out or run it out. If you really want to spice it up, get nice and wide with the feet and go from there. All right, offset squats. So we're gonna do our right leg first. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Left toe is behind you, just lightly touching the floor, and squat down. Your depth is your call. The lower you go, the harder it is. But the lower you go, the more pressure is on the knee. Pressure is not a bad thing. We're constantly pressuring and stressing our body when we exercise. But we need to make sure the amount of pressure is appropriate for our bodies, how tight our quads are, any previous injuries, things like that. Second exercise, scale walk out. I'm going to hinge forward on one leg, put my hands on the floor and walk out to a plank. This other leg never touches the ground. Walking back up. Standing up, but don't touch the floor. So my right foot is never going to touch the ground this entire time. A little bit of balance here. All right, let's get ready for the offset squat. Opposite leg. Shift your weight onto your left foot. Right toes touch back. And squat down. We're trying to get as much weight as we can on the planted leg. You want to keep the chest tall. Don't fold over. That's not a squat motion. That's a hinge motion. We're hinging in the second exercise. We're squatting in this one. Beautiful. All right, switch your legs on the walkout. So I'm going to have my right leg planted this time. Hinge. Hand walk to plank. Back up. Hinge, nice long leg, long torso. Walk it out. And back up. I'm a little bit wobbly on this side. That's a nice little transition exercise. All right, 1 minute. We'll do 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. Here we go. I'll let you know when to switch. If you're not feeling that leg working, you're probably using your back one a little too much. Get nice and light on it. So any superstars out there, you can go for that shrimp squat. Woo! I won't be able to do it on this leg. Or pistol squat, single leg squat. All right, that's 30. Other side. I'm gonna try the shrimp out here. Woo. All right. I think I robbed you on a few seconds on that side. I apologize. All right, 30 seconds on each. Here we go. If you want to throw a push-up in, you can add a push-up if you're not sick of them already. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Walk it out. All right, guys, that's round 4. Grab some water, we got 1 round to go. "35 seconds. We're going back to cardio. I have not done the burpees yet, or the skaters. I'm gonna do the skaters because we did burpees yesterday. For the last round, we have monster walks. So grab your band if you have it. After the cardio is done, we're gonna place it around the knees. And then for the second exercise, you can keep the band at the knees. So both exercises, back at the knees. If you don't got your band, no worries. Keep up with this anyway. All right, so here we go. 45 seconds of cardio. I'm going into my skaters. Just more lunge work. Really picking on the legs unilaterally. If you want to do a bit more speed and not go as far down, that'll give you a bit more cardio. You choose how you want to do it. If that's too far, just do small lateral jumps. If you have any ankle issues, you might not want to jump very far laterally, just to be safe. All right, grab your band if you have it. We're gonna do monster walks. So place the band above the knees, get into a semi-squat, and we're just gonna walk. 3 this way, 3 back. The focus here is my knees are never in this position. I really want them out there. Think of cowboy. Cowboys never let the knees come together. I don't know why, maybe because they're riding on horses all the time. But keeping the knees out is what's going to activate the glutes. If the knees are in, the glutes can go to sleep. All right, we're gonna go into a side plank. So on your side, elbow on the ground, knees on the floor, hips up, and we're just gonna press the leg up, opening up the band. If you don't have a band, you can still hold this side plank, or if you want more challenge, go up to the feet. Your choice. We're going to do the single side. Next round, we do the other side. All right. Back up, keep the band on. Monster walks again. We can go side to side again, or we can do forward back. 5 steps forward, or however many you got room for, and back again. If you want to switch it up, totally up to you. As long as you're walking around in a low squat and not letting the knees get close to each other. We also want to have the foot elevated for a long time. So try not to lift and plant the foot very fast. Keep the foot up in the air. We're going to switch sides on our side plank. All right, hips up. Opening and closing. The longer you keep the leg up in the air, the more that glute is going to have to fire. And the higher the leg goes, the more it's got to work. Both of these exercises work those small glute muscles on the side of the hip. So it's not very nice. There's a good chance they're getting pretty tired by now. All right, monster walks for 1 full minute. Feel free to get funky with it if you want. Getting close to the end of the workout, guys. Again, if you have some kettlebells at home, stick around. We're gonna do about 15-20 minutes of kettlebell work after this. If you don't have kettlebells, and you got nothing better to do, stick around and watch it anyway. Whew, how much time we got? 10 seconds. Don't let those knees get close to each other. All right, nice work. Side plank. I'll let you know when to switch halfway. I got my stopwatch, so I won't miss it this time. You really want to keep the hips forward and the hips high. Try not to sit back or down. Ribs nice and proud. My butt is just spasming away. It's wonderful. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. You don't need your hand up here. I don't know why I do this. I just keep that hand way up. When that bell goes, that's the end of the workout. Great work, everybody. You take your band off. Give yourselves a round of applause. Great work, guys. If you found yesterday's workout a bit more challenging on the cardiovascular system, it definitely was. Today was a bit more picking on stabilizer muscles of the legs. It's also very important too. All right, I'm just gonna grab my kettlebells, grab a quick sip of water, and we'll start the kettlebell work in just a couple minutes. If you have any feedback on the workout, or anything at all, or requests for upcoming workouts, throw it up into the comments or in the chat, and we'll see what we can do for you. It looks like 5 p.m. is maybe a good time for me to get these videos going, but we might have some other videos from some other instructors at other times in the day. So if you're looking forward to the workouts, keep your eyes open at 5 p.m. at least throughout the week. Weekends might be a bit different, we'll have to see. But Monday through Friday, 5 p.m., I'll see you guys here. All right, I'm gonna grab some kettlebells. I'll be back in a second. All right, guys, let's get ready for a kettlebell workout. So, this is a little bit of a challenge for me because we know a lot of you are at home to replace your workouts at the gym. Maybe you're just starting out working out for the first time because you can't get out and do anything else. So maybe you took a friend's recommendation or a family member's recommendation to try and get active. Maybe you bought kettlebells, you brought them home, you've never used them before. Maybe kettlebells are your preferred style of training and you're just looking to get someone else's kind of perspective on kettlebells. So not knowing who's at the other end of that screen, what kind of kettlebell experience you have, how heavy your kettlebells are, that poses a bit of a challenge for me in terms of putting together a workout that is appropriate for everybody in terms of safety and challenge and the degree of explanation. So this is my first time running a live kettlebell class. It's a lot easier if you're in front of me because then I can see where people are at. So what we're going to do is we're going to build from a fairly basic foundation, a standard movement pattern of a swing, and then we're going to add on 3 additional movements on top of the swing, and we're just going to start piling together in flows. So even though the movements may not be highly technical or super advanced, you could still probably challenge yourself a fair amount if you've got a bit of a heavier kettlebell. If you're brand new to kettlebells, the movements are going to get progressively more challenging. So if you feel you're at a level where that's a good amount for you to try and digest and absorb for your first time using your kettlebells, then please stick or stop at whichever exercise you feel is starting to maybe push your limits of comfort. So we're going to be doing a swing, a two-handed swing first, and then a single-handed swing, and then a single-handed clean. And that might be where a lot of you are going to stop. If it's your first time with kettlebells, please stop at the clean. We'll then add a snatch after that, and then the last one is going to be a thruster. If you're not doing the snatch, you might be able to just go from the clean directly to the thruster and throw that into your flow pattern. I'll remind you of that and cue that as we go. I don't want to turn this into a kettlebell, learn how to kettlebell one-on-one technical video because you guys are here for a workout. So I will be cueing as we go, but I'm not going to be breaking down the kettlebell movements and hand positions into a huge amount of detail. Hopefully you feel that's fair. Again, if you're watching, you have definitely a strong democratic vote in this. Let me know what you guys think. All right. I have a series of kettlebell weights here. I'm just going to start with some moderate range. Again, if you don't know kettlebell weight loads, just always start with as light as you can go. You can always go up from there, but you don't want to grab a kettlebell that's too heavy and you end up swinging it overhead and you don't know what to do with it on the way down. So start light, build up as you're learning. All right. Let me just get my timer up here. All right, so we're going to use the stopwatch. Just 2 quick seconds. All right. So we're going to do a two-handed swing, and we're just going to work on it for a period of time. And then we're going to go to the next exercise, work on that for a period of time, and then as we add new exercises in, we'll turn it into flows. It'll mostly be rep-based, so you'll do a certain amount of reps of each exercise, and if you finish early, then you'll just start over, and you'll just get multiple rounds or multiple sets of that flow within however long we're working for. Okay, so we're going to work on the two-handed swing for 2 minutes. Let's see here. All right, so 2 minutes. So grab your kettlebell. We're going to go 2 hands on the kettlebell, and we're going to go into a two-handed swing. So I'm going to show it from the side. You're going to place your kettlebell on the floor in front of you about 3-4 feet. And then you're going to hinge forward as if you're going to pick something heavy off the ground, sticking your butt out, chest up. You grab hold of the kettlebell handle, draw it back as if you're hiking a football, place it back down on the ground. Get used to that a couple times. When you feel you got the movement pattern, then you're going to drive the hips forward and then place it back down. So hike, drive, absorb, and replace. We never want to lose our spine position when we're doing kettlebell work, so it's a lot of butt back, chest up, driving to a nice tall standing position, and then driving the hips back again. When you're comfortable with the swing, then we're going to do 10 of them in a row, and then place the kettlebell back down, catch our breath, and then repeat. Placing it down with a nice strong spine, and then I'm going to go again. Your recovery between your sets is however long you feel you need. That might be 20 seconds, it might be a full minute. I'm going to go for another set here. We want to get the legs nice and extended at the top. If you like getting the kettlebell all the way up, if you like that style of swing, that's up to you. Place it down. I said 2 minutes, but I was explaining for about 1, so we're going to go to the 3-minute mark. So we'll get about 1 more set in. I generally just do shoulder height on my swings, just for a number of reasons, but you do what you're comfortable with at home. All right. We'll do another set of 10. If you want to do a set of 15, if your weight's a little bit lighter, feel free to add an extra 5 reps on. Here we go. I'll show from the front here. You can see how wide my knees are going. And then I'm still keeping my chest up. And I can see you the whole time. So don't let the kettlebell pull you face down to the floor. I think that's 14, 15. I'm not too sure on my reps. I'm not too concerned about my reps in this kettlebell workout. We're just going to be working for however many reps we're working for, as many sets as we can in that time frame. All right, 1 minute rest. We're now going to go to a single hand swing. It's pretty much the exact same movement. The only difference is we're holding the kettlebell with one hand. So you might be going to a lighter kettlebell if you have that option. If your kettlebell's too heavy for a single hand swing, just stick with the two hand, no problem. So with the single arm swing, I'm doing the same motion. I'm trying to avoid this significant drop of that shoulder. Try to stay as squared up as possible. You may find there's a bit of a pull at the bicep. Some people like to turn their palm in to relieve the pull at the bicep, and then they come back up. So there's a few variations on the single arm swing. Find what's comfortable for you. All right, here we go. You're gonna do between 6 to 10 on one arm, and then 6 to 10 on the other side. 4. We want to keep the kettlebell as close to our groin as possible. So try not to let it swing all the way down there. Close to the groin, and still driving the hips. When I'm done to one side, I can stop, switch hands. I can get it started from a standing position. I can go back to the floor and reset from there if I prefer that. Or once you're comfortable and there's nothing breakable in front of you, you can switch hands in the air. All right. So focus on that strong hip drive. Notice how close the kettlebell is staying to my groin. It's not going down there. Once you've got your 6 to 10 per side, take a break. If you don't need the break, feel free to just keep going back and forth. We've got another 2 minutes. 1 minute, I lied. 1 minute on the single arm swing. The other arm, some people will shadow the swinging arm. You might feel you can control the symmetry of your upper body a bit more that way. That is definitely an option. I think I usually put my arm out. I don't know why my arm goes out here for half of the exercises I do. Just more counterbalancing, I suppose. 20 seconds left. If you're doing kettlebell work properly, at least with like swinging based motions, you should feel a lot of cardiovascular work as opposed to any part of your body getting physically tired. That's our time, bring it down. So you shouldn't be very aware of how much your low back is working or how much your arms are working. If your whole body is working synchronously together in your swings and cleans and snatches, then there's just a general body fatigue, cardiovascular fatigue, running out of breath. It shouldn't be, oh, my shoulder is too tired to keep going, or my low back is starting to get sore, I need to stop. If you're getting some of that, then there's something about your technique we need to kind of tweak. Maybe fire a question or a comment about that, and we can see if we can maybe point you in the direction of how to fix that. Okay, so that was a single hand swing. The next one we're going to go into is a clean, a kettlebell clean. I'll demonstrate it first. So if you start with your single hand swing exactly as you've been working on, and then what we're going to do is we're essentially going to keep the elbow tucked in at the body, do a bicep curl, and hike the kettlebell up to the shoulder. So just take a look at the position here. You can see I'm not really grabbing the kettlebell in the middle of the handle, it's more in the corner, and my forearm comes across the opening of the belt. That's a bit more comfortable to have it sit on the wrist or the forearm. My hand is coming right up to my sternum, and the belt is sitting pretty much right at my bicep and shoulder intersection. So that's about where we want the kettlebell to be. From here, I'm going to think of almost punching forward to get the kettlebell off my body, and then I'm back in that swinging motion again. I'm going to bicep curl, hike it up. There's that position. Punch forward, kicking the kettlebell out, and then I can just do cleans back and forth. If you want to do a few swings in between your cleans, that's perfectly fine. All right, that's our time. Here we go. I want you to do anywhere between 4 to 8 cleans, and then switch sides. Again, the movement at the bottom is the same as the swing. Keep the kettlebell nice and close to the body. Look how close it stays. If it comes out here, it's going to slam down like a wrecking ball on your shoulder. We don't want the wrecking ball. Keep it close. Switching sides after 4 to 8. You may feel more comfortable on one side than the other, and that is normal. Really try to shoot for this position. Hand at the sternum, keeping the kettlebell rested right in that nook of the forearm and upper arm. We have 1 more minute here. If this is bugging your forearm, like you're starting to get bruised back there, just take a break, do some swings. It takes a little bit of practice to get used to this motion. This is probably one of the worst exercises for that kettlebell ramming into the forearm. The snatch can as well, and when you're first learning. Same thing with the clean. Once you get used to it, it's not going to bug you anymore. We got 10 seconds left. You can also get like forearm protectors, which will take a lot of the discomfort away. All right, that's our minute. We're going to take probably 2 minutes here because I have a little bit more explanation on the snatch. And then after we learn the snatch, we'll go through the thruster, and then we're going to put it all together into a flow. So for the snatch, we're again going to start with the same technique as the single arm swing. Okay? Now there's more than one way to do any of these movements, but the snatch especially, there's a couple fairly different techniques to it. I'm just going to show the one and explain through that one technique. So we're going to have the hand facing back of the palm out on the kettlebell. Okay? And then as I go up into my hip drive, with a lighter one just to demonstrate, I'm going to drive the hips forward. My arm is going to start coming out, but I'm going to get that same elbow bend as the clean. And what's going to happen is I'm going to end up punching the kettlebell up to the ceiling. So it's going to start with a rotary force, but then I'm going to convert it into a vertical force. Okay? So I'm going to show a couple of this full. So notice there's that little elbow bend, and then I punch. At the top of the movement, my kettlebell is sitting on the back of my forearm. I'm going to think of casting a fishing pole to push the kettlebell out, and that'll bring it down just like the single arm swing. So up and punch, cast it out, keep it close. Up and punch, cast it out, hinge it down. Okay. This is definitely a little more technical. If you kick out and you keep your arms straight the whole time, the kettlebell is going to end up pulling you backwards. That's why we want to have the slight elbow bend and then turn it into a straight line force. We don't want a rotary force all the way around. Okay? All right. We're either 30 seconds late or 30 seconds early. Doesn't really matter for today. So, please start with the letter kettlebell on your snatch work. Same thing as the cleans. We're going to go through 4 to 8 on one side, 4 to 8 on the other side. Whenever you're ready. Might want to do a couple swings first. You might want to do a couple swings between each rep. When I'm ready to go, I'm going to bend my elbow like a bicep curl and then punch to the ceiling. I want a decent grip on the handle of the kettlebell, not so firm that it doesn't flip over. The kettlebell has to flip, but if it's so loose, then it's really going to spin around and hit my forearm. Cast it out, So you'll get that tension on the grip with a little bit of practice. But the kettlebell needs to flip over, but you should feel like it's a slow, controlled flip. Once you've got 4 to 8, switch sides. Again, you might shadow your non-swinging arm. If you prefer that, perfect. Take a break when you need, or switch sides. We got 1 minute to go. I'm definitely not counting reps here. That's all right. Listening to your body is more valuable than counting reps when you're just learning a new exercise. "30 seconds. Hopefully your forearms are not getting beaten up here. "15 seconds. Sorry, I should show some from the side here. My apologies. We want that little bend, and then the punch. All right. Come on down, shake the arms out, grab some water. I'm going to show one more movement, the thruster. This one will be a little bit faster. It's basically going to be a squat and an overhead press. So if you've done dumbbell overhead presses, this will be very familiar to you. We'll work on these just for about a minute, and then we'll go to the flow. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go back up to the clean. Actually, scrap that. We're going to go up to the snatch, because this is where we're going to transition from, most likely. So from here, you're going to bring the kettlebell down to your shoulder and squat, and then stand and press. Squat, press. When I'm squatting down, I've got that same position as the clean. Hand at the sternum, kettlebell resting on the bicep and deltoid. Keep the elbow high. All right, let's go through 4 to 8 thrusters, and then just come down, switch arms, and then do 4 to 8 on that side. Here we go. Now, even though I said earlier with kettlebell work, when we're doing more of those momentum or swing-based movements, we should get a full body fatigue. When you do it enough, the arms are gonna get tired. So don't think if your arms are tired, you're doing something wrong. Because the arms are getting tired, I'm gonna switch sides. Because your arms are gonna get tired, when we get to an exercise like the thruster, we wanna really draw on the legs. Focus on exploding up through the quads and the glutes, because you'll create momentum through the body, and your arm won't have to do as much work. If you squat slow, then you're pressing a lot with the arm. So use the legs to assist you. All right, bring it down. Okay, so we've done the swing, we've done the clean, the snatch, and the thruster. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a flow by putting all those movements together. Just get some water, 1 second. My throat's getting a little dry. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do those 4 movements. Single arm swing, clean, snatch, thrust. The reps will be a descending ladder. So you'll do 10 swings, 8 cleans, 6 snatches, and 4 thrusters. 10, 8, 6, 4. Do all on one side. Take a break if you need, and then 10, 8, 6, 4 on the second side. I'm going to put a timer on for 6 minutes, and you're just going to do as many rounds as you can in 6 minutes. Breaks as you need. Pick the appropriate kettlebell weight. If you feel you're really strong in one movement, like maybe your thrusters are just rocking it, but you're really struggling with the whole swinging stuff, there's nothing wrong with doing 2 different kettlebell weights. Grab a light one for your cleans and snatches, learn the movement at a light weight, and then with the thruster, go heavy if you want. Challenge the body. All right. I'm gonna reset the stopwatch here so you know how long you're going for. All right guys, 6 minutes, 10 swings, this is where we're starting. Get your kettlebell ready. 3, 2, 1, we're on. Have a great workout guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't count because we're probably going at different speeds and that'll probably be really annoying to you. After 10, 6 cleans. 8 cleans, I lied. If you want to keep the same pace as me so you can follow along, that's fine. That's 7, 8, 6, snatch it. All the way up, punch the ceiling, cast it out. Nice strong back. Stick the butt out there, keep the kettlebell close to the hips. I think that's 4, 5, 6, keep it up. We got 4 thrusters. 1, 2, squatting nice and wide with the knees. And 4. That's one side, no problem, right? Switch it up. 10 swings. If you've done kettlebell work before, and you have a very different style than I do with what you like. Or try something new. All right, that's my 10th cleans. 8 cleans. Keep wanting to do 6 for some reason. If I cheat, let me know. Hit the hammer right to the center of the torso. Punch it out. That's 8. 6 snatches. Bend the elbow, punch it up. That's 6, keep it up. Thrusters. Drive from the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need a break, take it. Otherwise, keep going. That was 2.5 minutes. So we're looking at probably 2 rounds, unless you kept going and you go a little faster, you might get 3 rounds in here. I encourage you to try it. Challenge yourself. If you're staying with me, we're going again in 15 seconds, and that'll be probably it for our intro to kettlebell class. If you want to do more rounds after we're done, you keep going. But I gotta get going home. 3, 2, 1, single arm swing. That's 10. 8 cleans. Keep it close to the body. We want the kettlebell traveling as small a distance as possible. All the work comes from the glutes, comes from the leg drive. I think that's 8. Snatch it. Four, 5, Watch the hips, they go back, they snap forward. And floor thrusters. All right, second side. That's 10, 8 cleans. Six, overhead snatch. You want to create a lot of power from the legs. The kettlebell should just fly up there on its own. My arm's not doing too much work. That's 6, 4 thrusters. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. I'm going to keep going. We've only got 45 seconds to go. I'm going to do only my favorites. So I'm going to do swings, snatches, and thrusters. See if I can get it all done in 35 seconds. Six snatches. I don't think I'll get it. Thrusters. Trying to be a little bit over time. So I'm going to balance out both sides. Congratulations, that's 6 minutes. Nice work. Snatches. If you've been counting my reps, let me know how bad I'm doing. Nice work, everybody. All right, great work on the kettlebells. Let me know how you thought of that. Let me know if it's your first time using them, or if you've been using them for a long time. How was the level of difficulty? How was the explanation? And we'll see you next time, guys. Probably tomorrow at 5. Keep your eye out for the online schedule. We're still putting it together as we're adapting to all these wild changes. Take care. Have a good time. We'll see you next time.